Bye! Welcome to Cryptocurrency Blockchain News, a cryptocurrency blockchain aggregated news show on YouTube. Look, it's going to be drinking. Look, going to be smoking. Look, it's going to be swearing. Look, you've been warned. So look. Here I come. 3, 2, 1. Bang! Welcome, everybody. Black, white, gay, straight, Christian, Muslim, Jew. Welcome. My name is Shomari Clarke. Welcome to Cryptocurrency Blockchain News. You're now about to witness the greatest show on earth. Greatest show in the multiverse. Bang! Greatest daggone show in the daggone multiverse. Bang! We have a great show for you today. All right, everybody, look. We got the chicken. Oh, yeah, lots to talk about. So let's get to it. We're going to talk about blockchain.com, and Toncoin brings Toncoin to Telegram worldwide. Toncoin is going to be used on Telegram worldwide. We're going to talk about that. And then IOTA adoption across many countries. So many countries are going to start offering or using IOTA. We're going to see about that. Bang! And then BlackRock. Of course, we had to talk about the BlackRock ETF. Of course. It'd be inappropriate not to. BlackRock ETF listing. And we're going to talk the truth about it, though. We're going to talk the truth about it. You know, I don't blow sunshine around here. And then we're going to do the shout-outs, daily summary as per usual. So, bang, great to be back with you. Let's proceed as we proceed with a bang. And then we head on over here and we do a little bang. Wait a minute. It's taking some time here. We head on down here. What's going on here? We head on down here. Price of Bitcoin is woohoo $34,482. What I left you last time, well, wasn't this much. It was $26,233. So we have gone up. Yeah. Nicely. We've gone up 9,000. Wait, is that 9? Wait. Shit. Hold on a second. Not 1,000. Oh, it is 1,000. What? Okay, 9,000. 800. Wait, I'm not. Oh, fuck. 9,800 and something bucks. And 50 something bucks, man. Is it? Yeah, 9,800 and something bucks. Bang! Hold on a second. Oh, $8,251. All right. $8,251. Look, sweetness. Got some sweetness. So, cool. So, all right. Let's look at the market overview. So, Shomari, man. Fuck, we're way up there, dog. Fuck, we're moving back again. We're moving again. We're halfway to all-time high again. Remember all-time high was 75G around there? Look. Yes, indeed, brother. Yes, indeed. We are indeed moving nicely. Why, Shomari? What's going on? Well, that's the chicken. And the truth is, you already know what's going on. I don't know, Shomari. Tell me. You already know. Remember, June 1st of 2023. Remember we were going to call it a day? What happened on June 1st, 2023, brothers? Sisters, miscreants, and vagabonds. Look, what happened, fuck sticks? China came online through Hong Kong. And the European Union microregs came live. Bang! And what did we talk about? All right, seriously, so what did we talk about? We said, okay, now that things are live, now that's legit, regulated legit, we're masters, Institutional investors can come and actually buy this stuff for their clients now. What do they need now? Yes, they need the investment vehicles. The investment vehicles, right? We talked about that. It's going to take a while to build them. Right? It's going to take a while to build these motherfuckers, right? I mean, it's still not built yet, but you can see the results now. Money's starting to flow in, right? Inflation's coming down. Not to the level that the central banks want, but, PMI numbers they're not great, but not bad. And the consumer is spending. So sales are being made and commerce is being had. So why is it going up? So I'll tell you why it's going up. Personally, what I think, mostly China. Okay, China. Why China, Shomari? Well, first of all, China regulated it, right? And Xi Jinping suggested to his banks that they start offering crypto. Well, when Xi Jinping talks, it's not a suggestion, it's an order. And if you don't know, right now, the Chinese economy is fucked up, just to say it plainly, right? It's in a tailspin. China is doing its version of QE right now. Now, I know you're saying, well, wow, it's all fucked up. How come we're not feeling it? Because China doesn't allow foreigners to invest in China so much. So that's why regular people like us aren't feeling it. Their whole housing market is crumbling. Yeah, crumbling. They have whole cities. Well, I don't know about cities, but whole apartment blocks that are empty. Empty. Right? These guys just invested in housing without thinking like, well, what if there's not people to fucking live in it? So they all bought the condos, bought everything. Yeah, no one lives in them. Right? And so the value is just way down, right? And so the Chinese need to park their money somewhere. And like I just said, on June 1st, China regulated crypto. And like I said, Xi Jinping suggested that the banks offer crypto to mainland Chinese clients. Yeah, well, there you go. In other words, let me translate that for you into layman's terms. Xi Jinping said, look, fucksticks, there's a new asset class. We opened it up for you. Have at it. Go get some. Yeah, so it's a meltdown. Like, it's a real meltdown in China. Evergrande, their biggest property company, fucking $300 billion defaulting on its debts. Right? And like I told you, whole apartment buildings with no one living in them. Or like 5 people living in, a 300-unit building. Yeah, it's crazy. And so, anyway, so that's where I think the money's mostly coming from. It's from China. And, they need to park their money somewhere. And the other thing about China is you have to understand is you're not allowed to just take your money and invest it overseas. Right? Chinese people are only allowed to invest a certain portion of their wealth overseas. The rest has to stay in China, right? To stop what's called capital flight. Right? Capital flight means people take that country's money and invest in stuff overseas. That's called capital flight. Yeah, well, China, fucking regulates capital flight. They don't allow it just anyone to do whatever the fuck they want with their own money. Right? It's not like us. It's not like you in Europe. It's not like you in Canada, wherever you're watching me from, G20 nation. Right? You're not allowed to just do that. And so I guess the importance of that, what I'm trying to tell you is that, okay, trust me, every penny that they're legally allowed to is overseas already. Is already overseas. Europe, Canada, America, Britain, the usual hotspots. Buying up luxury properties and just hodling them as investments rather than living in them. Yeah, but all the rest of the money that the government makes them keep at home, well, you got to put it somewhere. You have to put it somewhere, right? You have to invest it somewhere. Sure, you could get Chinese bonds, but yeesh. Right? The property, well, they just tapped that out. They all invested in that, and they're all getting wiped out now, just like America, right? Well, America was a little different in that, well, it wasn't different, actually. No, that's not true. Yeah, just like America, except way on a grander scale, obviously, because China has 1.4 billion people in it, right? And so if you think of the level of slaughter going on, I told you that one company, Evergrande, $300 billion. Right? And China's not like America. Like, they don't bail out banks. They don't bail out corporations. Like, if you fuck up, all right, well, you go bankrupt, you motherfucker. Like, that's how they are. Right? They don't, it's not like here where the rich, oh, save us, and then the bank will, America will bail out the banks, like in the housing crash. Fuck that. You just go bankrupt, and your customers will just go to another bank. Right? Like, that's how China looks at it. Like, why do we have to save you? Yeah, well, your stocks are going to go under and your shareholders are going to go down, but your customers, they have plenty of other banks to choose from. What the fuck do we have to save you for, right? And so, which personally is the true evolution. Let me put it a different way. It's the true dog-eat-dog world, right? There ain't nobody there going to hold your hand and bail you out. Not in China. And anyway, but they're getting crushed. They're getting crushed. And so that's where I think the money is coming from. Xi Jinping allows them to get crypto in Hong Kong now. Hong Kong is part of China. So technically, they're not taking their money offshore. So they're not breaking any laws, right? It's not capital flight. It's just over to Hong Kong, right? It's like in America, we have, Puerto Rico and Alaska and Hawaii. They're not attached to America, but, they're America. That's kind of what Hong Kong is to China. I mean, Hong Kong is attached to China, mainland China, but I'm just saying it's part of the country, but different, right? Kind of thing. All right, and so that's where I think the money's coming from. Also, you have to remember that the European Union, bang, came out with their MICA regs also on June 1st of this year, and they've got investment vehicles brewing over there, right? All sorts of stuff. And, they have Mazdas as well, and the inflation's going down there. Germany's looking hot right now. And so, Germany's the biggest economy in the European Union, so I think people are starting to, investors now, the investor class. I'm talking about investors, not soccer moms and dads. But I think the investor class, those with the Bloomberg terminals, you know what I'm saying? They're feeling the temperature being lowered now. You know what I mean? Earnings are good coming out of a lot of corporations now. I'm not saying it's full risk on again. Risk on, risk off. Okay? In other words, I don't think they're diving all back in again because there is a little something, is that the bond market, right? Here in America and Europe, bonds are at 5% yield right now. So that means 5% profit, right? So if I buy a $100 bond, right, when I cash it in, I'll get 5% back. So I'll have $105, right? So that's how the wealthy usually invest, right? They buy bonds, like Bill Gates and stuff, they buy a lot of bonds, right? I mean, they buy stocks and commodities and stuff too, but bonds are for rich people because they yield you a little bit, right? You don't make much profit, but they're guaranteed, right? And so that's when you're a billionaire. Well, that's what you want. Just fucking guaranteed money, right? And you just keep rolling over your bonds. It's called rolling them over, right? It goes to expiration. Their broker cashes it out, like $1 billion worth of bonds at 3%, which gives you, I don't know. I don't even know how much that is, but $1,300,000,000 or something maybe, or 30 million. And they just roll it over into another set, right? They just keep rolling it over. And then the guy takes the 3% he made, right? That's how wealthy people live, right? And so what's the problem with that, Shomari? Well, the problem with 5% bond yields is that, your average stocks makes 3 to 6% yields a year. A good stock, your Teslas, your Microsofts. And that's during a regular market, that we're talking a risk-on market. right? You know what I'm saying? A bull market, that's in a bull market, right? Not raging bull market, but just, your average market where everything's kind of going up. 3 to 6% is the average, right? I've told you this before. A 9%, if you can profit 9% off a stock a year, that's a major, like, whoa, that's a high flying stock. Yeah, 9%. So, right, your average is 3 to 6. Well, if I'm getting guaranteed 5% yield on buying bonds, don't fuck the fucking stocks. I'll just buy bonds, which is guaranteed, right? Guaranteed money. Why would I buy Tesla shares? Which on an average year probably yields about 4.5%, something like that, 3%, depending. During COVID, probably a lot less and stuff like that, right? It went down a couple quarters in 2020, didn't it? Right? Q3, Q4, wasn't it down a little bit? Like $50-60 billion or some shit. Anyway, so that's something that's dragging on the market. And so when you look at something like crypto, an asset class like crypto, I know, this is becoming a lecture, man. But I want you to get it. I want you to understand what's going on in the world, right? Why are things happening? It's not just magic. They don't just happen magically. Yeah. Money comes in, and that's what we've got. And so, where were we? And so, the bond market is taking a chunk of investors' money, right? And so, when you look at the guaranteed profits of bonds, but then you look at the gains. Now, I want you to look above my head here. See where my mouse is? 21.91%. Do you see that on the Bitcoin right there? Can you see this? Let me make sure I'm doing this properly. All right, yeah. Okay, you see that? Now, those are fucking gains. In 7 days, Bitcoin gained what you'd get from your bonds, guaranteed, in four times in 7 days. So if you're an investor, and a little riskier investor, right? Conservative investors will stick with bonds. But if you want to make some fucking cash, and you see gains like this, there's 14% gains on the Ethereum, fucking 38% on Solana. Oh, I can't wait to do top 10, bottom 10. This is going to be good. You know what I'm saying? Crypto becomes very attractive. And it's not just that crypto or distributed ledger technology services providers gains are so good, but it's that there is actual, value here, right? Bitcoin is a store of value, right? There's going to be 21 million of them. We know it. And it's going to be in 401ks and funds all over the place. BlackRock, we're going to talk about that later, right? Is coming. Soros is here. Fidelity's here. The big, what I've been telling you would happen 5 years ago. Well, we are living in what I said was going to happen, right? The big boys are here. Now, I'm not going to bullshit you. I didn't think that BlackRock was going to make its own ETF. I thought they would invest their clients' funds in, obviously, Bitcoin ETFs, but they're like, fuck all that. Let's just cut out the middleman and make our own, right? So that is a beautiful surprise right there. Spot ETF at that, not even playing around with the futures bullshit, but just giving us the full chicken in terms of our money, because it means they take them off the market. A spot ETF, an ETF is an exchange-traded fund, right? It's a basket of assets. And obviously this basket's going to have Bitcoin in it. Oh, yeah, let me get a sip, daggone. Yeah, well, when you have a spot Bitcoin ETF, that means you have to buy the buy the Bitcoins and put them in there. Yeah, and then you can't move them. You can't touch them. That's it. They're off the market for good. Well, or until the fund shuts down, which a BlackRock fund is never going to shut down, motherfucker, Well, not a Bitcoin one. That's not true. BlackRock does have funds that shut down and stuff. But yeah, obviously Bitcoin ain't shutting down anytime soon. And so that's another vector of why we're having gains right now. I'm not saying it's BlackRock buying the crypto, but I'm just saying everyone in anticipation of it. All the masters in Europe, in Britain, in Canada, Australia, G20 countries, all of us here in America. Yeah, well, when they see BlackRock, and we're going to talk about it, right? The listing thing. They're like, holy fuck, right? If you're a master and you see one of the, BlackRock is the biggest asset manager on earth, right? Asset managers are people who invest other people's money, right? And when you see BlackRock going balls deep into Bitcoin, yeah, not just buying it, but making a fucking ETF out of it, spot ETF at that, meaning, at the end of the day, they hodl it. So they're making money off the gains too, just hodling it in the fund. For fuck's sakes. Right, if you're a hedge fund, you're like, holy, BlackRock's in, man. We got to get in. We got to get the fuck in here. Now, you probably don't have as much money as BlackRock to just pop out your own ETF or something. But you sure will be buying BlackRock's ETF the day it comes out, won't you? Right? You're already geared up. You've already allocated funds for that purchase, motherfucker. I tell you that, right? Wouldn't you? Listen to me right now if you were a master. Right? Not big enough to make your own ETF, but big enough to get a BlackRock account. What would you be doing? Yeah, you'd be putting like 50 million, 1 billion aside. All right, as soon as that ETF opens, I'm fucking getting in. Right? You want to be first. Right? And it's not rocket science, right? And anyway, so these are the happenings going on Earth. China is fucked economically, but which is good for us because it's driving that money. It's driving those Chinese whales to crypto. Like I said, when you see gains like this, right? And let's get real. Like I told you, it's not just the Bitcoin. It's the market itself. Oh, I didn't finish talking about the market itself. Sorry. Right. There's innovation in this market. Solana, Cardano, Ethereum, Bitcoin, store value, like a brick of gold. All right. What else we got here? Toncoin. I'm about to read about that. Chainlink to the rescue. Look, it's Chainlink to the rescue. Right? Polygon. Bang. All right. What do we got? What else we got here? What do we got? What do we got? Stellar. Bang. Running. Got the MoneyGram account. All right. What else we got here? Hedera. Bang. Filecoin. Bang. Internet computer. Bang. VeChain. Oh, 1.9. Yay. Bang. Ave. Bang. Right? These are companies that actually do stuff, that are actually being used in the real world. Algorand. Bang. You read about Algorand here. Thorchain we read about. Bang. Tezos. Bang. Chili's. Bang. Bang and bang. So, there's real innovation here. And that's what's beginning to happen as well. Is that the Chinese masters, well, they have what's called analysts. And so do the Europeans. They have what's called analysts. It's not all just about Bitcoin, right? And they're looking at this space and they see the onboardings. What I've been reading to you for 5 fucking years at the beginning of every show usually is at least one onboarding a show I've read to you, right? Out of the fucking hundreds of videos I've done, right? Onboardings, well, their analysts see that, right? We recommend to buy, sir. And when an investment vehicle comes out with that in it, bang, it's going to fly, right? And so that's what's going on in the macro sense. That's good for us. China is crashing housing market, which surprisingly doesn't hit the rest of us, but it's good for us because those Chinese need a place to park their money. And look, crypto's the new hot chick in town, right? The new face in town, right? And fuck, she's hot. Look at the yields. Look at the yields. Look at the gains. Those legs are long, right? And it's legit. Yeah, BlackRock's going to make an ETF out of it. Spot. In other words, they're buying some of it, to put in. All right, so that's all the good news. Now, one little piece of bad news, though. The Middle East. Daggone it, that daggone, right? Fucking what's going on over there. So that could either just stay a localized. Right now, tonight, it is 8:34 p.m. October 25th, 2023. And about an hour ago, Netanyahu said that they're about to launch this invasion. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see, do the Iranians jump in? Does Hezbollah and Lebanon jump in? Remember, Al-Qaeda is sitting in Syria in Idlib province right now. Right? Remember, they control, Al-Qaeda controls, they're called Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, but that's just Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda just changed its name. And they control northwest Syria right now, Idlib province. Yeah, the whole thing. They govern it. They collect the taxes, all of it. The president of Syria doesn't control that. And actually, they're protected by Turkey. And anyway, so shit could really go down. And so, what do you think will happen, Shomari, man, if it all jumps off like that? Wow. I don't know. We've never seen it jump off like that, right? But, I'm going to say something. Economically, it really shouldn't matter, right? I know you're saying, yeah, but the oil, Shomari. Yeah, but the oil is in Saudi Arabia and Iraq. Well, and Iran. That's the problem. Iran does have a lot of oil. But they won't fuck with the oil, right? I mean, no one's going to be bombing Saudi Arabia. No one's going to be bombing Iran. Iraq. Now, Iran, eesh. But no one's going to be bombing the oil because you don't want inflation in your country, right? So we're not going to just bomb oil. Remember when we invaded Iraq in Desert Storm, it was Saddam Hussein that blew up the oil fields. So we wouldn't get them, right? We didn't blow them up. He did it. So it's a shitstorm there. It's a shitstorm in the Middle East, guys. And we're going to have to see over the next couple of weeks how this pans out, right? Is it going to just stay Israelis, fucking storming through Gaza, taking out Hamas, and everyone else just kind of on the side yelling and screaming at the Israelis? Or a motherfucker's going to jump in and try to help Hamas? America, we put 2 aircraft carrier strike groups right in the Mediterranean, right? They're there right now. They arrived a couple days ago. And we told everybody, if you fuck around, you're going to find out. That's basically what Biden said, right? He said, don't. Like, what he really said was, quote, Biden said, quote, if anyone is thinking of taking advantage of the situation and escalating the situation, our advice to you, the advice from America is don't. In other words, you fuck around, you're going to fucking find out, right? And so we got to see. But that's a fucked up thing. But economically speaking now, is it really going to be that bad? You know what I mean? Like I said, the oil is fine. And then that's all the fucking Middle East has, right? It's not like they have any other sort of valuable something. So it should be fine. Okay, and so that's it. I know. This is the longest market summary ever because there was so much going on and I haven't done a show for so long. And, I had to explain everything. And I wanted to explain everything. As you can tell, I'm not so wild tonight. I have to sip a little more. Get my fuel on. But I wanted to be a little bit more serious and just talk the reality today. So that's what's going on. So what does it all mean, Shomari? That's a good question. What does it all mean, Shomari? Well, it means that as long as World War III doesn't break out, we're pretty good to go. The Chinese are going to be pumping their money into crypto. The Europeans are right there as well. BlackRock's rocking an ETF. Well, and all the others too. Fidelity applied for one. All these other ones did. And so if you approve the BlackRock one, well, you should approve the others. And so spot ETFs. So which takes Bitcoin off the market, thus creating scarcity, thus prices rising. When Bitcoin goes up, everything goes up. So I am bullish in the near term and just going forward, man. I am bullish as fuck. The more that China and Europe, and I really want to emphasize this, I know I've said this already, but let me just say this again. The more that China and Europe build more institutional grade investment vehicles for the institutions to bring their money into this space, it's just the higher and higher and higher we're going to go, right? Multiple investment vehicles need to be made. So, I mean, we're still not there yet. I mean, what was it? June, July, August, September, October. So it's only been 5 months, right? They're still just building and testing and tweaking everything. But like I said, I think by Q2 next year, we should have a plethora of investment vehicles built and working, and it should be great. All right, okay, that's what's going on. So you feeling bullish, Shomari? I'm feeling fucking bullish, homeboy. Get ready for the gains. If you haven't accumulated enough of something yet, well, get it now. Get it now. Right? Remember, the Ukrainian situation with the wheat, that's solved. The wheat's coming out of Ukraine now, slowly, but it's coming. So that's not killing us with inflation anymore. And like I said, the major thing is that China is melting down. These Chinese motherfucking whales don't have any place to put their money. Right? Sure, bonds, but why not some crypto? Right? So, okay, so that's that. All right, top 10 of the... Is that everything? Middle East, China, Europe. Yep. All right. Top 10 of the day, brothers and sisters. Look. You know who they are, the usual suspects. Top 10, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, XRP, USDC, Solana, Cardano, Dogecoin, and Tron. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut this video here, and I'm going to make that a separate video, because that was like a fucking half hour on its own. So we'll just make that a video, and then I'm going to come back and just do the regular crypto video. All right, fuck all that. Let's just do this. Let's just go. Cardano, Dogecoin, and Tron holding on the number 10. Look. Market moves of the day. Actually, let's look at market moves of the week. Hello. Bang. There we go. Ho, Pepe. 92.52% up. All right. Top 10 gainers of the week, brothers and sisters. Dang, and look at those gains. Pepe, Mina, Conflux, Chainlink to the rescue. Injective, Thorchain, Ave, Aptos, and Solana. Bring on the number 10. All right, let's look at the top 10 losers of this week. I don't think there were any losers. Probably just a bunch of stable coins here. Yeah, as I suspected. Look, stablecoin time. Trust top 10 losers, or just not gainers. Trust Wallet token. They're not meant to gain. They're meant to just be stable. Trust Wallet token, Huobi token, USDD, TrueUSD, Tether USD, BUSD, USDC, DIE, Pax Dollar, Pax Coin, blah, blah, and Tether Gold. All right. Look, let's check out the total market cap. Oh, yeah. Look. Total market cap is $1.26 trillion. When I left you last time, we were at $1.05 trillion. So we have gone up $0.21 trillion. Bang! What's that? $210 billion, right? Nice. Let's look at the 24-hour volume.